Hey friends, welcome to today's video. My name is Leah and I'm with Faith Heirlooms, and today I wanted to bring you a little video on this page that I did in my Bible. Ooh, sorry, it's getting big. So this page here I just did, well actually that's not true. I did this about 2 months ago and filmed a tutorial on it, and I'm finally getting around to finishing it off. But I wanted to show you guys how to get this awesome textured technique in your own Bible. And so I've gone ahead and just made a little tutorial on how to get this look. So if you want to see how I did that, go ahead and keep watching. Hi friends. Okay, so today I wanted to get on here and show you this technique. On our Instagram a few weeks ago now, I posted this page and I asked you guys if you were interested in seeing the technique that I use to kind of get this awesome textured effect. So I was going to start by just showing you a couple of the pages that I've done with this effect, and then I'll go ahead and show you how I do it. So this was the one that I shared the other day. This honestly might be my favorite one that I've done with that technique, but I'll show you a couple others. So sorry, it's gonna kind of wiggle the table, I have a feeling. And then this was another one that I had done with a similar technique, and I just kind of kept it to the corner. And I'll kind of share about this technique too. I had done this a lot in my first Bible, which I'll show you some of those pages here. I had done a lot of pages with this technique in this Bible, which was my first one, and I really love the way it looks, but there are a couple pitfalls and I feel like I should just warn you about it. One is that stickers or like any kind of gluing doesn't really like to stick to the texture super well. And then I've also experienced like writing on top of it with like a pen is also a little bit challenging. It kind of like your pen wants to kind of pick up some of the product on the page so it doesn't go through. So if I do, I kind of use more markers, or I've started kind of keeping it to one area and doing my writing in some other areas. So there's a couple more. Let me see. There was one I did. And these ones in my older Bible, I actually, like, I have the texture, but I didn't let quite as much white through, and I'm kind of liking the way it looks when I let a little bit more white through. And I think it looks really awesome with these, like, really bold colors. So those are a few pages from my first Bible that I really liked having used it. And then, like I said, I kind of got away from it because it was kind of hard to write on top of or stick stickers. But then, yeah, I've tried it a couple more times in my newer Bible, and I'm kind of liking the option of keeping it to the side, and things will stick. They're not like coming off. It just doesn't stick like if you would do it to a normal piece of paper. So anyways, I'll go ahead and start. So what you're going to need to do this is, first of all, I use this Liquitex Basics acrylic gesso. I've never used a different type of gesso, so I don't know if like any gesso will really work for it. I think this one may have like a specific kind of thicker, grainier texture than others that makes it really good for this specific technique. So I don't know, but if you do try it with others, let us know and leave a comment down below so that others can know if this will work with a variety of gesso. So I use that, and then I use a little used up gift card. The mangier the better. I find that the ones that I've kind of made like really messy and used a lot, here I'll like kind of show you. This one has been used a lot of times, and I think that actually helps with getting the textured effect. So if you have a really messy one, use that. And then I use either watercolor crayons or my gelatos, and basically like anything that's kind of got this consistency I think would work for it. Something that's like the wax base water soluble products. So if you have a different version of these are the Reeves water-soluble wax pastels, and these are the Faber-Castell gelatos. But if you have anything similar to these, I think those would probably work just the same. So it's up to you. But that is pretty much all you need to get, well, actually that's not true. Then a water brush or just a paintbrush and water, whatever you have will work. So I'm going to go ahead and find my page that I want to do for today, and then I'll hop back on and show you how to do it. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've picked my passage that I want to focus on, and now I'm ready to show you guys what this is going to look like. So first I'm starting off by putting this page protector behind it. I got this idea from Bible Journaling Ministries. They have a video on this. Basically, this is a cutting board, plastic cutting board mat from the Dollar Tree, and they're like $1 for a set of 2, and they work perfectly. So if you want to see what she does, she actually like cut hers down to size so that it would fit really nicely, but I just leave mine long because I like to protect all of my little page markers and stuff up at the top. But anyways, that's another video for another day. So what I'm going to start by doing is I have my card and my gesso, and I'm just going to like lightly kind of graze the tip of my card with that the gesso, just so that it's a little bit. I'm not worried about getting it all over. I'm just kind of putting a little bit. And the way that I'm going to apply this to my page is I'm going to go almost like as perpendicular to the page. No, parallel. You know what I mean. Parallel to the page as I can. I want to do a really, really light touch and just kind of go almost parallel. Just maybe have like a slight angle. And I'm just doing like small little strokes and dragging my gesso, and I'll go back and get more as I need to, but I don't want to like overflow it, because I don't like, this is different from the credit card method that you would normally do with acrylic paint, where you want to swipe and kind of press heavily down, because I don't want a whole thin layer. I want like little kind of specks to show. So if that makes sense, I'm just going to keep on going at it. Hey guys, okay, so sorry, I realized a little bit later that it was kind of hard to see what it actually looked like on that white paper. So I just went and grabbed a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to show you guys what it kind of is going to look like if you're to do that on your paper, but I'm just going to do it on a pink piece of paper so you guys can see it a little bit better. Yeah, that's probably a lot easier for you guys to see. So that's all I'm doing, is I'm trying to get these little splotches. Some of them are big, some of them are little, but that's the main idea, is that you're getting some texture, and you can kind of go on top of some of the other ones, whatever that is you want. So this is almost even a little bit too big, but those happen, and that actually will create a lined texture. If you go over that some more, it'll create more of some lines, and then you also have the dots, which was really cool. So yeah, that's just hopefully a little bit easier for you guys to see. So once I have that, I let it dry completely. I'm gonna blow dry mine because I'm impatient, but you guys can do it however you like. Okay, so I've blow dried it. It's really dry. You do want to make sure that it's really dry everywhere. I've done it when I haven't done that, and it will, the whiteness of it, if it's a little bit wet, will kind of mix with whatever color you put on. So just be aware of that if you are thinking you don't want that. So I have the page all dry now, and it's just there's just texture. Like you can just feel and see there's little dots all over it. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm doing my crayons. You can do whatever it is that you decide you want. And I'm just going to start by doing really lightly. I'm gonna kind of drag it over, in particular the areas that have the texture. You can kind of take it everywhere, but in particular the areas that have texture, that's what's gonna pick it up the most. And that's where you're gonna see like how there is texture. You can kind of see there now, like there's little dots. And then if you want it to be more intense, you just kind of press a little bit harder, but try not to do too much because you don't want the back of the page to be picking up too much color. And I don't necessarily go over every single area. I kind of pick and choose, and I am going to mix in some of this yellow too, so I want to leave some room for that. Okay, so I've laid down my color where I want it, and I kind of got it a little bit darker. I might want to go in and make a couple areas a little bit more intense. I kind of chose these darker colors so you guys could hopefully see it a little bit better. But just the more you go over it, the more the texture is going to pick up. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my water brush. If you have your just a regular paintbrush, that works too. And I'm going to go in, and I'm being careful not to go over the center where you see a lot of the good texture. What I'm mostly going to try to do is go over the edges and kind of blend out the edges a little bit and kind of try to blend in the two colors together slightly as well. Probably what I'll start with is do the yellow first, and then do the green, and then blend them together. Just because that's kind of, yeah, what I think will look better. And you kind of can take this as much as you want. Like if you want to blend the color out really far so it covers the whole page, you can do that. If you just want to keep it wherever it's at, like it's totally up to you how you blend. I'll just say like right there where I got some of the blue on there, I'm going to need to be careful because it's going to want to blend with the yellow. And if you don't want it to blend too much, or sorry, that's green, not blue. If you don't want it to blend too much, you're going to just have to take your time with it. Okay, so there I have it all blended out, and once again you can go in and blow dry it. But another tip that I have for that is if you do blow dry it with anything that's kind of waxy, it will end up kind of creating a wax layer that seeps through on the back. So if you're worried about bleed through, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would just let it sit and dry naturally. And then you can go in and add all of your other goodies that you're wanting to put on the page. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you the finished product. Friends, that is the completed look. If you guys decide to follow this tutorial and try to do it in your own Bible, please comment down below and let us know how it goes. Share your pictures on social media with us and tag us so that we can see them. We love seeing how you guys create. And if you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment what you thought was interesting, and make sure to subscribe so you catch the next video. Thanks for watching.